Good afternoon. What is up, everybody? Sorry I didn't have any weekend scopes. Very busy life, that sort of thing. But yeah, Trump's been tweeting today about the fucking rat, Jeff Sessions. The fucking rat of America. Look at that. Look at that latest tweet from Trump. Goes right to the heart of the matter. Jefferson Ratty Sessions. Trust the what? Please. Give me a break. It started. Finally. The truth about Jefferson Sessions. It's a slow walker. It started. Finally. About time. Clap for Donald Trump. Finally. Information is real. Disinformation is fucking stupid. People should have followed their president, not some fucking retard. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen with that? Retweet this scope. We're gonna talk about shit. We're gonna talk about some shit. Ostriches be running with their heads in the sand right now. Oh my god, I can't believe Trump tweeted that about Sessions. Oh my god, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. I ain't gonna look at that. When are people gonna learn these people were grifting people? That's what it was all about. The big grift. The big grift. That almost got a fucking president impeached because people were so into it. Imagine that. Republicans almost helped Donald Trump get impeached. All because you followed something stupid. Think smarter. If you can't verify something, if you can't double back it up, if you can't stop, it's stupid. Trump's letting America know right now. Jeff Sessions is a fucking moron. And Jeff Sessions had his own agenda. It's all coming out slowly but surely. I can't wait for the Mueller investigation to be over so he can finally come to the podium and just tell you everything. It's coming. It is coming. Faster than fast. My tribunals. Oh my lord. You know, follow people like Thomas Paine. They know what they're talking about. They have real inside information. They're not just fucking guessing shit on fucking some stupid fucking message board. Wake up. Understand. Realize. Right, Maggie? Right. Right. Gotta listen to the president, man. I said that a long time ago. Everybody's like, it's kabuki theater. I'm like, no, it's not, man. The dude's telling you. The dude's all but telling you. I kept saying, the dude's all but telling you. Jeff Sessions is the fucking problem. Been the problem. Was day one. Was the problem. And people just were like, nah. I mean, come on, man. Wake up. Now Donald Trump today is like, geez, I'm in all this trouble because of Jeff Sessions. So he's pretty much letting the base know, look, man. Look, man. This is it. It's only the second quarter, Bronco. I'm not worried yet. Bronco's trying to ruin my Sunday already. Look at him in here. Steelers are up by 7-0. You should start sweating in your seat. You son of a bitch. Are you trying to get me into a bet? No, I'm just kidding. That's my boy. Anyway, trying to make me sweat over my team. They're up. They're up 0. Should be worried. I never worry. Those are my boys. Anyway. So now we know exactly what happened. Jeff Sessions allowed it to start. Allowed it to start even before his recusal. What does that tell you? Everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. But it gets better. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. It gets so much better every day. I saved the little things. What the fuck? What the fuck? My Periscope doesn't recognize. It doesn't. No, it doesn't like it. It aborted it. I told everybody Jeff Sessions was a rat. No, don't trust Sessions. Guys, I've known for a while this shit's fake. Let me cue you in on it. It's fake. You've been giving money to fake. All you dummies should ask for a refund. All you dummies should be on the phone with your banks right now. I want a refund. This shit's fake. Get a refund. You've been had. You've been bamboozled. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But now's the time you should be waking up from this fucking nightmare. You should be waking up from your nightmares. You should be waking up. I don't trust anybody but the president. That's my whole point. I trust nobody but the president. When are people going to realize that? That's the only person you should be listening to. That is the only person you should be taking anything from. The president. Unless the president changes his fucking name to Q, you probably shouldn't be listening to anything but the president. That's all I'm saying. You know, a lot of us already knew Sessions was a rat. But this shit was amplified. Amplified by stupidity. Now's the time to start listening to the president. And get woke. Stop listening to these talking heads that just obviously are stupid. Because they don't understand. Some of these talking heads need to actually go through the articles again. Ones that actually mean something. Start reading these articles and putting it all together. And stop yelling fake news at everything. Not everything is fake news. Some of it, yeah, but not all of it. That's the problem. People have become so inundated with yelling fake news that they're not reading anything anymore. They're just gobbling up bullshit from bullshit artists. Only about 10% to 15% is actually fake news. The rest of it's real. The rest of it's real. I hate to burst the bubbles out there. Is what it is. But it's real. And the things you are reading is real. It's not fake. Just like their next thing to do to the Trumps is now they're going to go after the Trump children. for tax fraud, tax evasions, money laundering, things like that. There's going to be investigations into that. If you think the shit into Trump was bad, wait till you see what they're about to do to the kids. You ain't seen nothing yet. We've only experienced round 1. Round 2's coming right up. Round 2 is where they put Trump Jr., Eric, and Ivanka in the blender and take a look. This is only just beginning. So if you think the last 2 years was bad, boy oh boy, it's gonna get a whole lot funner. Luckily Barron's underage. Yeah, people gotta learn, man. This shit's, you know, you gotta pay attention to what the president's saying. A lot of people really don't listen to Donald Trump. You know, they say they do, but they don't. They honestly don't listen to President Trump. They say they do, but they're not. They totally ignore his messages. They say it's kabuki theater, or he's saying the opposite because he has to, because of the deep state. Are you stupid? Trump ain't one to hide what he's talking about. Trump, and let me tell you, the MAGA movement was hijacked. I'm going to say that right now. Mitch is right on that. The MAGA movement's been hijacked by morons and stupids. It's time we start hijacking the MAGA movement back. Back over to the era of fucking reality for 2020. Back over to being fucking normal. Before we start losing more things like the Senate and the presidency and things like that. It's time to get back to normal. I don't know. It's Periscope hates me, bro. But it's time we get back to normal. And we stop letting this deep state operation run the MAGA movement. Because it's got to get back to normal. This hocus pocus shit's not doing anything for us politically. It's not doing anything for us in advancements. It's doing nothing. It's actually stalling us from getting any agendas forward. Enthusiasm for the conservative agenda has dropped way down below par. Too many people are sitting around waiting for magical indictments and magical roundups instead of pushing policies like immigration, tax reform, things like that, things that matter. Maybe some voter ID laws. Nobody gives a fuck. All of a sudden they're like, oh, you gotta sit around and wait for indictments. No, you don't. There's indictments out there. Let the fucking Federal Bureau of Investigation or the DOJ handle that. None of our fucking business. It's out of our scope. We don't have any power or control over any fucking indictments. None. Zilch. Zippo. You can't do shit. Let me repeat that again. You can't do shit. Just like I can't do shit. I got no control over nothing. What you do have control over is at the voter booth when you vote. Every time you vote, you make a difference. Every time you help pass legislation, you make difference. Other than that, you don't make shit. You're just another fucking pea pod on a farm. Right, Meg? Does voting matter, Meg?
Yes.
Exactly. Voting matters. That's what people should be worried about. Fucking my 4 billion sealed indictments. Jesus Christ. Let me explain to everybody what the sealed indictments are today. What those are called motions. Does everybody know what a motion is in court? A motion is when a defense attorney goes to the court and says, I want to change a venue, or I want to suppress a piece of evidence, or I want to get something else brought into court. That's what the sealed indictments are. They're motions and complaints. That's why there's so many of them, because there's a rise in criminal prosecution in the United States between sex trafficking, drug trafficking, and federal felonies. So what you're seeing is just lawyers go into the court, and because they're not fully indicted yet, all of these indictments get sealed, all of the motions get sealed, everything is sealed. But if you understood the court system, you'd understand what I'm talking about. That's why I'm trying to explain this to you in a simple form. It means every time one of these idiots goes into court, they have to seal whatever motion is filed. And if you've ever dealt with the court system or known somebody that's dealt with a court system or have a lawyer in the family, you will know dozens of motions get filed in a case. Not just one, dozens. Sometimes more than that. Sometimes hundreds of motions get filed in a case. It all depends on the complexity and the nature of the case. You have to understand. I don't think there's enough lawyers out there explaining the technical what it's like to have to file court motions. Lawyers, that's why lawyers are in the courthouse all day. Like, try to catch a lawyer on a Wednesday morning. Good luck. It's because they're at the courthouse all day filing shit. See, a lot of people, see, that's it. People have been taking advantage of people that don't know certain topics or don't know certain areas of information. And this is how people are taking advantage of people on their fucking dumb platforms and making shit up. Because they know the populace isn't in control of their information. So they're feeding you mounds of shit on a daily basis. And like good little seagulls, people swallow it. I'm just saying. That's what happens. And it's up to other Republicans in the Conservative Party to address the situation. I haven't. I just started my show, bro. I haven't done a lot. I'd like to cover some of those things. I'd like to actually bring in experts. I mean, I'm not an expert in the constitutionality or anything like that. So I'd love to bring in people that know what they're talking about, you know, because there's a lot of good people out there that know their shit. You know, and a constitutional lawyer, oh, those are some of the best guys to even talk to because they know it back and front, you know. So I would love to get some guys who really know on the phone and have them explain exactly, you know, some of this different stuff. Just like I'd like to get a criminal attorney on the phone to explain some of these motions that are filed that end up sealed in the indictments so that people could understand the process more better. I think, you know, I think being more informative is probably would help the Republican Party to be able to, you know, get through some of the information out there and some of the disinformation that's passed around to Republicans. When we hear about a real investigation of the Clinton file, whenever they decide to actually do something about it, I don't hold my breath on the Clinton Foundation. I just don't. If something happens, it happens. It's out of my hands. I don't have nothing to do with that. I don't have anything to do with any Clinton Foundation shit. I'm just like anybody else. I'm one of the people watching saying justice should be done. Whether they do anything or not that's not for me to say. And is it past the statute of limitations on a lot of these crimes that were committed at the Clinton Foundation? Nobody knows. We haven't gone to court. We don't know. We're not lawyers. We're not mind readers. We have no say in it. That's what I'm saying. People need to sit back and shut the fuck up because they don't know what they're talking about. Every day I hear an expert about how something's going to happen. I just go, yeah, okay. You know, so when they file a fucking indictment, I'll start getting excited. That's my say on it. That's just how I feel about it. It's black and white for me. If there ain't a document, I really don't give a shit. You can tell me all day long that people are getting indicted and fucking this and that. I'm gonna laugh at you because until there's a document, don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing against the people that are saying it. It's just fucking, I've heard it all before. Since 2015, I've heard it. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. It's like, it's almost like the little boy who cried wolf every time you hear it. The little boy who cried wolf. I've been getting told that, like I said, since 2015, from this talking head to that talking head. Every time I hear it, I just, yeah, okay, sure. Just like the whole Sessions bit, you know, Sessions is a good guy. He's helping take out the deep state. And come to find out, he's helping to take out fucking Donald Trump. Because the president just tweeted it an hour ago. That's where I get my info, though. Like I said, I get it from Trump. I get it from the president. That's the only place I get it. That's the only place I get. I mean, it's always good. I mean, right? It always makes you feel better when you're hearing things that are positive or things you think that are in your favor. That's why it sells, right? It's hope porn. I said this a while ago. Me and Thomas Paine were talking about this a while ago. Hope porn sells. It's all hope porn. It's all glory porn. It's like a snuff film. It's like a snuff film that people get off on because that's all they want, you know, is they want their magical answers. And if they can get it in the time that is like right when they want it, they're satisfied. So people are getting their voids filled. You know, that's what happens. It's automatic gratification. It's been that way for centuries with different things, with automatic gratification. That's half the problem in this country. It's because Americans have gotten fat and lazy, and they want it served up on a silver platter instead of waiting patiently and sees what happens. They got to have it now. And that's why a lot of these things are so, what do you say? They're so, what do you say to that? It's so attractive. That's why it gets so attractive to you, because you think it's going to be automatic gratification. You know what I'm saying? That's very attractive when you can have it now, and why wait? That's why fast food restaurants aren't in existence, because you want it now, right? You don't want to wait for it. That's why, you know, everything from Uber to whatever, you want it right now. You've got to have it right now. You don't want to wait. There's no waiting in your game. So you have to have that fulfillment. And that's why the hope porn is so, you know, financial right now. And people are cashing in off it. They're giving you what you want at the time when you want it. But what happens when you don't get it? Well, I'll tell you what happens. The person who sold you that fucking parcel of hope porn then has to make more hope porn in order to keep you coming back. It's kind of like a crack dealer when you stop and think about it. They give you crack on a daily basis to keep coming back. Yeah, here's your hit of crack. Come back tomorrow. I'll give you some more. And then you come back the next day and they give you another fucking hit of crack. And before you know it, you're addicted. You're just going back to your crack dealer on a daily basis. That's what this stuff is. It's basically crack for Republicans. You know, a lot of people should be going to fucking detox right now. They should be hitting detox from taking all this fucking hope crack. That's, I think I'm going to call it, hope crack. Gotta get off that fucking hope crack, kids. It's going to do nothing but rot your brains. MSM fear porn creates stupidity. Baba sheeple. That's right. You got it, Bunker. You got it. You know, I mean, there's a reason why I fill this scope up and the YouTube scope up with as many people as do, because if you logically think and you critically think about these things, that's exactly what people are doing. They're looking for instant gratification, and that's what they're getting, but they're not getting any results. They're not getting any results, and in the end, it's gonna hurt them. I think in the conservative movement, because do you know what's gonna end up for them in the end of all this hopium and you know, hope crack, and they're gonna turn on the Republican Party. They're gonna be like, oh man, these guys don't have anything to offer. They do nothing but fucking lie to you every time. That's what's gonna happen in the end when people follow these hope things, you know, and they don't come true. It's actually a voter dissuasion system. You know, when you think about it. I mean, think about the mentality of being told something's going to be happening time and time and time again, and then it just never happens. What do you think that does for a person's morale? or what it does to a person's excitement level or a person's trust in the conservative party. They're going to be like, geez, these guys are fucking dirty, rotten liars. Why should I go with them? And I've had many conversations about this lately with a lot of people who have been like, oh man, why these guys lie? That's all they're doing is lying to everybody. So in the other argument of things, people are dissuading people from being Republican with the hope, porn, and lies, because people get, down. They're like, fuck this shit. They're all fucking liars. So, and it is depressing. But you should always be told the truth. You should always be told the truth. And the fact of the matter is, people are being lied to on a daily basis. And Trump has to come out and tweet on a Sunday afternoon that Jeff Sessions was full of shit. And Jeff Sessions was the problem why Trump almost got impeached. It's sad when the president's got to do that, because the base isn't smart enough to figure it out, because they've been grifted by a lot of people. So now Trump has to come out and say, look, guys, Jeff Sessions almost got me impeached, just so you know. That's the truth. I never join a hope wagon. I'll tell you why. I'd rather stick to the truth wagon, because in the end, although I may take a lot of shit along the way, and people know that, but my scopes still fill up over 100 people at a time. I may take a lot of shit from a lot of people, but in the end, it all turns out all right. I always bounce back because I tell the truth. I don't lie to people. I don't make shit up. I don't sell you something that I honestly know is not real. I think that's the difference between, honest people and people who are just being dishonest because they want to build something bigger. My platform will build to a size that's of enormous, gigantic growth on its own from truth. Truth will win in the end. It always does. It always does. Truth will always win in the end. And that's why I keep telling the truth. This is why I keep coming out and saying, look, it's like this, 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 and this. And I don't fill your head full of shit. Because it's important to tell the truth. It's important to tell the truth. Because in the end, truth is all you've got. And if you have an honest platform, you'll have a good platform, right? If you're honest and good and tell people the truth, people will want to listen to you. If you lie, if you give disinformation, if you hype something up is not true, your platforms will fucking rot on their foundation. They're going to rot. There's a lot of people's platforms that are going to rot in the next coming year because of all these things. Whether people like it or not, I'm just going to watch it. I've already foreseen this. They may have a big following now, but when the truth finally hits and the truth comes out of the gates, good luck to you, because that shit's going to rot underneath you. That's the way it goes. And when it happens, it happens. None of my business. All I can tell you is that I built my shit on honesty. That's all I know. Being honest, that's, and that's the way to be too. I mean, that's what God tells you in the Bible. You must be honest. You shouldn't lie. Isn't that right, Meg?
Yes.
Does God not tell us we should be honest?
Yes.
Thank you. See, Meg agrees. So, Meg's a very religious woman, by the way, everybody. Oh, yes, you are. You know you are. Who's the first one to get us up on Sundays? Where do we go, Megan? Usually. Where we go?
I don't know.
You know where we go. She's like, I don't know. I'm putting her on the spot. She's wrapping presents, everybody. She looks so cute over there. Big old smile on her face. She really loves wrapping presents, by the way, guys. It's her funnest thing to do right now. She was so cute today. Oh, you want to hear a blessing today for us? I don't usually talk about our personal life, but today we had to go replace a battery in her truck, and it was going to cost a lot of money, and we were like, oh, okay. So we get the guy, he pulls the battery out. Well, Meg knows the price, the date on the battery was 2017. Well, we looked at each other and we said, that's in warranty. So the guy took it in, and we had him look it up, and it was under warranty. We got a free battery. So, hey, blessings do happen, right, honey?
That's right.
So we had a blessing today. So we thought we were going to have to pay a lot of money for a battery, and we ended up getting it free. So we were, like, excited. To us, it was excitement. Yeah, when you're living like the real middle class, you get excited when you save $120, $150 we saved. So, not we're not rich by far, So when we save $150, we get freaking excited. We're like, oh my God, we won the lottery, man! We were high-fiving in the parking lot. And Meg's over there laughing right now. Yeah, she's like, I can get my honey baked ham, because she wants one of those honey baked hams for Christmas. So something is draining that battery. Look into that. Yeah, well, she had a problem with something else, and we had that fixed not too long ago, and we think that's what was killing off her battery. I go over that car every couple weeks. So, and then she had a what was it that I had to replace in there a couple weeks ago? Was it the steering fluid? Yeah, it was down a whole bottle of steering fluid.
Yeah.
I've been freaking, oh my gosh, checking the fluids, doing this, doing that. Oh my God. All kinds of stuff. But yeah, have an honest platform. You should always be honest. That's all I'm saying. That's the moral of the story. But Trump has let Jeff Sessions know he's on the hokey. And let him know it's his fault. So, it's all Jeff Sessions' fault. I hope finally people will realize, and this is what debunks everything out there too, by the way. It totally debunks it. It totally debunks it. And I hope people finally come back and get in Trump's corner and start listening to Donald Trump himself and stop listening to these hocus pocus stupid shit, man, because it hurt the president. Because if people had been more vocal and more louder, maybe he would have fired Sessions sooner. Maybe he would have fired him sooner. And because people kept quiet and listening to talking heads, they didn't raise enough hell. Because if Trump would have had the American support to fire Sessions that he should have, and not just some of us, I think he would have been fired. I think he would have been fired if people had really come out screaming about Jeff Sessions in the beginning. There weren't enough of us. But now you know. I could go on forever all the times God makes a way when I thought there was no hope. Always, man. You always got to think God has a way for you. So, like I said, start listening to your president more and more and more, and everything will make sense. Everything will make sense. That's all I'm saying. You got to start listening to the president. He only wants to do right by the American people. And every time you don't, you listen to these talking heads that say disinformation is necessary, or he's saying that, but it's really something else. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand the president. They don't have a heartbeat on, his honesty. That's the one thing you know about Donald Trump, is he is a blunt and honest. He tells it like it is. He's a New York guy. He's not going to lie to you. He's going to tell you exactly what he thinks. It comes out of his mouth. That's how New Yorkers are. New Yorkers don't care. There's no filter. They just fucking go off. Most of the Northeast is like that. They just go off. In the first 5 minutes, the truth comes out. Blah! It's what happens. Well, come on. Everybody knew he was going to die. I knew John McCain was dying long ago. I knew John McCain was dying back when he was at the Senate hearing and he wasn't acting right. I said that motherfucker got a brain tumor. I said that. Way back when. People remember me talking about it. I said there's something wrong with him. He got a brain tumor or something. Because he was gibberish. His eyes were diluted. He was looking one way, looking another. He didn't even understand where he was. That's when I knew McCain had something really wrong with him. And I knew he was going to die.
Flashing out.
people with brain tumors, it's like a 5% survival rate. I mean, how could you not know he's going to die? I could guess he was going to die. I mean, all you got to do is follow the overall doctor prognosis out there. My cat could have guessed John McCain was going to die. I mean, look up health journals on brain tumors. The survival rate's like minute. It's very minute for cancer survivors with brain tumors. They die. It's the way it is, man. If you get a tumor on your brain, good luck. Most people don't survive. You're done. Cooked. Finished. People really got to smarten up. It's horrible. Yeah, it's a horrible. I did a lot of... When I found out he had it, I was looking it up. And it's not a good way to die. It really isn't. I knew he was going to die. There was no getting around that. John McCain was going to meet his maker no matter what. John McCain was going to make his... And Bush was... Yeah, Bush was in his 90s. What do you expect? Guy can't live forever, man. Just like Carter's going to go next. I mean, if we're looking at the longevity of old people and things like that, Carter will be the next president to finally pass away. It's called getting old. It's called aging. That's the way it goes. People get old. You wish what?
He'd hurry up already.
Who? Carter?
Yep.
Why? He's not even vocal. That dude don't care. He don't even know he's out building houses for people. That's the one thing that doesn't bother me about Carter. He doesn't really say a lot. He's kind of here and there.
He worked against the United States.
I don't wish death upon nobody. Let me tell you that. I can't wish death upon people. Never happened for me.
He can go.
Can't do that.
It's time for him to pay.
People it's only up to God to make people pay. Oh my gosh. Anyway, guys, let me get off here and go preach to Meg for a while. Get Satan out of her. There you go. I gotta go preaching to Meg. What?
I know what Carter's done.
No hate. No hate.
It's not hate. It's truth.
Oh, we can't wish death upon people.
I didn't wish death upon him.
All right. Good. Good.
It's time for him to eat his last peanut. Is all.
Megan? Megan? Be good. Be good. I love you.
I love you too.
All right. Anyway, that's my girl. If you think I'm bad, she's 10 times worse. You don't even know.
Oh, I'm not.
I have to drag her back from the ledge. Megan, stop it. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you later. Meg's awesome. Meg's awesome. I love her. Except on Fridays. She's like, oh. I'm getting a cold. Sucks. Anyway, guys, I'll be back later. I just wanted to let you know Trump said Sessions is a big fucking dickhead and that he began the Russian collusion investigation. So Jeff Sessions knew about them appointing a special counsel before he recused. Isn't that nice? What an asshole.